Welcome to the Tailgate Tailgate Show. The tailgate show for the tailgaters. Done by the not-so-ready for primetime pickers. Hosted by the Lunch Eaters Man of the Year and legendary broadcaster Bill Bubba Bussey. You only thought you knew college football. Call Mama Moon and saddle up for a football experience. Now, here's Bubba.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Tailgate Tailgate Show. It is the tailgate show for the tailgaters, done by the not quite ready for primetime pickers. I'm your semi-retired, mostly washed-up host, formerly of the Rick and Bubba Show, and now your host of Bubba on the Lake and this podcast right here, the Tailgate Tailgate Show. Let me bring in my comrades here. That is the new term since we have a new mayor in New York. Hunter Bussey. Hunter, how are you?
Good. How are you? That was good. That caught me off guard. That was good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Nice picking last week, 2 and 5. Huh?
Appreciate it. Yeah, it was a weird week. I think my mind was on Halloween enough to picks, but it's a new week, which means new picks. Hopefully, a better record. So we'll see what happens.
Nathan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great. I don't know about New York, but Indianapolis is as good as it's ever been. I know we're about to get into the college football, but I mean the Colts are rocking and rolling, 7-2, massive pickup. I couldn't be more excited about that. I'm ready to talk about some college football.
And we have a special guest picker with us this week. It is Meg Wilson Bryant, better known as Mega Love. Meg has been a longtime friend. She used to do a morning show on Sunny 105.7 in Gulf Shores, also did a sports show down there, and was a longtime account salesperson for the Rick and Bubba Show. Meg, how are you?
What's up, Bubba Love?
Thank you for coming up on short notice.
Listen, I was ready. When I got the call, I said, put me in, coach. I am ready.
I'm ready to play. All right, well, we have to review. Last week, Rusty Taylor was our guest picker, and he won the week at 5-2. I came in at 4-3, Hunter 2-5, and Nathan 3-4.
Woo! Hunter Bussey.
Lord.
I'm still leading the overall picks for the year at 57-20. Nathan has moved into second place at 50-27, and Hunter is at 49-28. Okay. So we are holding true to the not so ready for prime time pickers.
Oh, y'all. Wow. Bubba, I may come in strong. I may really come in strong.
Well, you always do, Meg. That's why you have the name Mega Love.
Here we go.
And we will keep that name going today.
Yes.
All right. Question of the week. Let's dive right into it. We got a lot to cover tonight. By the way, we have our first tailgater of the week. We'll get to that too.
Woo!
The college football playoff. The first rankings are out. Now, these mean really nothing. Because you have conference champions that will get in. You have this, you have that. But it gives you a general idea of where everybody is. Number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Indiana. Number 3, Texas A&M. Number 4, the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Number 5, Georgia. Number 6, Ole Miss. BYU at 7. Texas Tech at 8. Oregon number 9. Notre Dame 10. Virginia 11. And winding out the top 12, Memphis. That is where it is today. Guys, let me ask you, and girls, did they get this right, or is there somebody they overlooked here? Hunter, what do you say?
Yeah, I think they got it right. Again, it's the first week of the playoff ranking, so I don't think it'll matter, say in December. But if you watched the selection show last night, I kind of agree with Greg McElroy. I don't have any complaints about it. I think they got it right. It actually seems like they watched the games this year, and that alone just tells me everything I need to know about this year's committee. So I think they got it right.
Nathan?
Yeah, I'm a staunch critic of the AP poll. I think the AP polls run about as well as New York City at this point. But I love the top 5. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, who I still think is a dark horse national champion contender, and then Bama and Georgia. But you're right about the conference play being important. Once we get into especially SEC conference play, Arch Manning looks tough, and he's still out in front of Texas A&M. So who knows how that undefeated season turns out? It's going to get crazy the further we get into this. But I have no complaints. There's no team in there that stands out to me as not having any business being in there.
Mega Love, what do you say?
I think they got it 95% right.
Who's missing?
Well, not missing. I just think Indiana should be number one. And the crazy thing is, are we talking about basketball or football?
I know.
You said Memphis. You said Indiana.
Do you remember when Keith Lee played at Memphis and they were like, played for the national title every year?
I don't remember that.
Well, it was a little before your time.
Okay. I'm being honest. I mean, I know I'm old. But.
Well, listen, not as old as some of us. So, it is strange to see some of those teams in, and you're going to have some other teams make it that get conference championships. It's not in that. I think historically, and I haven't seen any numbers on it. Maybe y'all have. How many of the teams in the first poll actually make it? Do y'all know?
That I don't know.
Are you talking like what? Repeat the question again.
In other words, of these 12 teams, how many will actually be in the 12 that are picked? And historically, how many has been in the playoffs that were in this on this list the very first week?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't know necessarily historically, but just looking at the 12 we have now, BYU and Texas Tech, one of those is going to get bounced this week, especially if Texas Tech goes down because that's their second loss. And one thing I wanted to say, I actually agree with Meg that Indiana is playing the best football in the country right now. My reasoning for thinking Ohio State should be in that one spot is I'm of the belief that if you are the defending champion, until you lose, you should. Yeah. I mean, you don't deserve to lose that spot. I think Indiana is playing better football than Ohio State, but I think they deserve the spot until somebody knocks them off.
Tell me this about Indiana. Did anybody think they were going to be this good at the beginning of the year? Were they kind of good last year and I missed it? Did I just not watch it because of my SEC bias?
I missed it too. I'm gonna be honest.
They were good last year. They won a lot of games, and until the Ohio State blowout, there were some people saying Indiana could win the Big Ten last year. Wow. I mean, Kurt Cignetti had a phenomenal year one. Nobody expected what we're seeing right now. I mean, I legitimately think they could be the best football team in the country. And
I will say this about him as a coach. He's funny to me because he's like the Donald Trump of coaching. He does not cut corners when he needs to brag about himself. And,
no, he does not.
That's Google me. I win everywhere I go. That's so good. I mean, that's classic. You're right. I mean, that is classic. All right. Well, we have a lot to cover. I have to agree with y'all. It's the first list. I mean, it's just kind of a shot in the dark. You look at who's doing good. 2 lost teams are going to be hard to be in there. The thing that I was looking at, we have 4 SEC teams, no Texas, A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss. One of those teams, or possibly 2 of those teams, could end up with 2 losses easy. Would that kick them out, you think?
I mean, Texas A&M is playing really good football. I mean, they have a pretty favorable schedule, if I remember right. They were showing them the other night, so I can't remember. But I mean, Nathan, what do you think?
I mean, Texas A&M still has Texas out in front of them, and I was talking before we went, kind of on the air. My quarterback analysis this year has been awful, and I hammered Arch Manning a couple weeks ago. Said he's completely overhyped. He's not what people thought he was, and now he's turned back into what we thought he was supposed to be, and he's gonna give Texas A&M all they can handle. So, do I think a 1-loss Texas A&M with a loss to Texas gets bounced? Not really. But the tiebreaker scenarios in the SEC right now, with all the 1-loss teams, with Ole Miss, Georgia, Texas A&M, Alabama, I mean, it's insane. We are in for, get your popcorn ready, because we are in for a fireworks-filled end to the SEC football season.
Let's say this. Let's say that Alabama ends up playing Georgia in the SEC championship game, or Texas A&M, either one. Mm-hmm. They already have a loss to Florida State early in the year. They lose on championship weekend. Do they still get in?
That's a great scenario.
What do you think, man?
Know.
What do you think?
I don't know, because it does seem like I agree with Hunter, what he said, that they're actually watching the games this time, because I feel like in the past, sometimes they just put an Alabama in there because they're in Alabama, or a Texas because they were a Texas. So I do think this year that I don't know. I don't really have the answer to that. College football, though, is it not like the greatest thing ever? Like, you never know in a given day how it's gonna go.
Boy, that's an understatement.
especially this year, because like there's no team that just like stands out that's like, yeah, they got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But maybe Ohio State, but I mean, every team has their weakness. And I think Indiana, if they end up playing them in the Big Ten championship, which looks like it's going to happen, I think they can give them a run for their money.
So let me ask you one more question before we move on to the break. We have an extraordinary number of top programs needing a coach.
For sure. I counted 9.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 10
maybe more
total,
than that.
maybe 8 in the Power 4. And just look at the SEC. You got LSU, Florida, Auburn, and there's a few other ones that are on thin ice. Arkansas is another.
Florida. Did you say Florida?
Yeah, those are the main 4.
Penn State.
Do we have any names coming out that seem to be favorable to some of this stuff?
For the Auburn side or for any of
them?
I mean, I know that, people are linking the Florida job to Lane Kiffin. I mean, that wouldn't shock me if he went there. Like we talked about it before, just because of the location. I think he would like the location. He just seems like a guy that likes being on the coast, no matter if it's, west or east. You never know. But the Auburn job, I know that the possibility of getting either John Summerall from Tulane or Kenny Dillingham, who I think that Auburn should get, because if you get him, if you get Kenny Dillingham from Arizona State, then you keep DJ Durkin as your defensive coordinator. So we'll see what happens, because I don't see a scenario where John Summerall and DJ Durkin, get along together, but we'll see.
What do you think, Nathan?
I think I agree with Hunter that Kenny Dillingham is a name that kind of jumps out to me, and with him or Rhett Lashley, because Rhett Lashley has been tossed around, in this conversation. Mm-hmm. The Auburn connections are strong for both of those guys, and what Kenny Dillingham did with Bo Nix in 2019 was, I mean, that was the last real Auburn football team.
Agreed.
It was.
Agreed.
Offensively, it's been non-existent. Kenny Dillingham is a young guy that he comes into the locker room and he brings energy, he brings youth, and assuming we keep Durkin, we maintain the best defense in college football.
Agreed.
Auburn maintains that defense. So I think with the recruiting ties that he already has established, he knows the town, he knows the culture, he's got the youth, the energy. I mean, I think Kenny Dillingham, assuming they keep Durkin, you have to keep Durkin if you're Auburn.
Durkin is key.
I think Durkin will stay, and I tell you why. I think he realizes that he's key, and I think that they need to make sure that they keep him. I think he is the key, and I think if we get let's say, for instance, Coach Malzahn and Gene Chizik at the same time, like we had, then we are that close to being back in the top of that.
Well, since you brought up the Auburn job, I will say this. Until they recruit linemen who are going to the NFL, okay, until you get future NFL quality linemen on the offensive line, it ain't going to matter what they do.
I agree.
And this has been a 10-year drought of an offensive line that could not stop anything. I mean, the flag football team could run through them. The Kentucky thing was embarrassing.
It's so bad.
It was embarrassing. Just quick kick. Get rid of it, because you just go backwards. I mean, it wasn't even close. This reminds me of a time when they were not scoring any points, and it's silly. The thing about Kenny Dillingham, I think, that is most impressive, he went to the playoffs. He is a playoff coach.
He's 35 years old.
And he has proven he can do it.
He's 35 years old.
And he did it with a mediocre program that's nowhere close to the legacy that Auburn has.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
So he if he's not on the list, I suspect he will be.
He's up there.
All right, folks, we're going to be back. We're going to start picking these games here. And like I said, we have a tailgater of the week that we're going to tell you about. Very excited about that. I did that in honor of my wound pump being out of my knee. I still have one pick line to get out, but we're getting there slowly but surely. You are listening to the Tailgate Tailgate Show.
You know one thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings? You can get wings with any of their 26 sauces and dry rubs for takeout and delivery. That's like bringing an entire B-dubs home with you, which you can't do. I tried. I've knocked down so many walls, only to then be told to halt construction because I'm not zoned to be a sports bar. Kinda just looks like a big pergola or something because of the lack of walls. At least these 26 sauces and dry rubs are available to go. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
Attention business owners, print buyers, and production managers. Guaranteed Labels is here to help you focus less on your printing, labels, decals, and focus more on growing your business. Guaranteed Labels wants to be your reliable printer. Quality, on-time shipments, and stock programs set us apart. If you're needing to focus less on your printing and more on your business, trust Guaranteed Labels, 205-640-4552 or GuaranteedLabels.com. Guaranteed Labels, still sticking since 1988.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is the Tailgate Tailgate Show. It is the tailgate show for the tailgaters. And we want to remind all of you that we have a website called the tailgatetailgateshow.com. You can go there, check out information about the show, check out merchandise, and also our radio partners. We're very proud. We have a full host of radio partners that carry this show across the state on different times on Saturday morning. And we would encourage you to check that out. If you can get it as a podcast, you can get it as a radio show. I've even had some folks request that we actually publish it a little earlier so they can listen to it on Friday nights going to games. We'll talk about that, but we appreciate those radio partners on Saturday morning. All right, guys, we have and ladies, we have a long list here of matchups we got to look at today. Hunter, I'll start with you. Oregon at Iowa. How do you see it?
Yeah, I really like the Ducks in this one. Besides that. They had a little hiccup with Indiana, but ever since then, they've shown no signs of stopping. They are all gas, no brakes. Give me the Ducks in this one.
The Ducks. What do you think, Nathan?
Yeah, Dante and Dakari and Moore, who I always assume are brothers for Oregon, who are not, but they're playing phenomenal football. Iowa wants to hold teams to 13, 14 points. Oregon wants to score 40, 50. This is kind of clash of the styles, but I'm going with Dan Lanning all the way. I don't think this one's particularly close. I'm going to take Oregon by 17.
Meg, what do you say?
I can't find my notes from that, actually, but I'm going to go with the Oregon Ducks just because it's the Oregon Ducks and there's a lot of connection. But can I just say this, that I'm living my dream right now? Because I was with you in Gadsden, Alabama doing Pygmy Baby.
Oh, I know.
Pigskin and literally, Roundup. That was Hunter. You weren't even...
Wasn't born yet.
No. Hunter, I need you to understand that in our studio was the van from the back seat.
We're sitting about as close as we are right now. Meg's in the studio with me, by the way. She's not on location.
The yellow Funmobile, that was all we had in there, Nathan. And every Friday night, there was a cast of characters that gathered together for some of the greatest memories I have in my life.
It was radio gold. There's no doubt about it.
It was radio gold.
When we got the utter machine for all the condiments,
it's a whole other level.
And I saw Harry come in from doing the game on Big Wax, and he was trying to work that with a home cooked hot dog. I tell you,
amen.
Glory.
That was good days.
Yeah, I tell you, and this show is actually the 60-year-old version of that.
I mean, I'm feeling that right now. You and I literally. I mean, I think about that night and Larry and Mark doing the mystery meat. Bubba, we ate stuff I don't like. It probably should have affected us, and it may have affected us.
Some of us are on IV now. It could have been long term, but we probably need to do a tailgate show on location out somewhere where it's warm inside. I don't want to be outside, and have Larry and Mark come and cook for us. That would be funny. All right, so where did I get here? I'm confused. Did you go?
Sorry.
Did you give us an Oregon?
Yeah, I gave you Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ducks too. Too much duck on this one. They'll flap and they'll score a lot of points on Iowa.
This will be Oregon's biggest test, by the way, though. I do think.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
All right.
Georgia at surging Mississippi State. The cowbells will be ringing. How do you see it, Hunter?
Yeah, I just think Georgia is still too much for the SEC at the moment. No matter how many help they get from the referees. You never know what'll happen, whether it's a clap or a
Kirby clap.
Yeah, Kirby clap or something. But yeah,
I can't wait till I see him. I cannot wait till I see him.
Me too.
Because if he doesn't, he's going to get the Kirby clap when
just
I see him.
go ahead and own it, though. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Just own it.
What I love is there's so many cameras. He just caught bold-face line.
Bold-face.
I mean, just bold-face line. And so that's funny. And you know what? I know him away from the cameras. He'll think it's funny, too.
Yeah,
he will think
he'll laugh at it, too.
He had to double down. There was no way he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, once he did it, he was like, I got to stay in it.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, we love Kirby here at the Tailgate Tailgate, so it's all clean fun.
Nathan,
but just give me Georgia on this one.
Nathan, what do you say?
Yeah, Georgia. Kirby has no intention of not being in the SEC championship. I feel like Georgia lives there at this point. And from the Mississippi State side, if you're a State fan, the way this season has gone gives you some hope, but it's also incredibly depressing. I mean, one possession to Tennessee loss. A&M was semi-close for a while. One possession to Florida, one possession to Texas. Mississippi State has been knocking at the door. They just can't quite finish the deal. But this is Kirby Smart. I mean, Gunnar Stockton is playing good football. At the end of the day, this is going to be a Georgia defense. It's going to be close. It's the SEC. Give me Georgia by 10 points.
Meg, how you see it?
You know what's heartbreaking is Mississippi State should have beat Texas. And it was kind of like watching an Auburn game to get down to those last few seconds and have them just literally lose it. But, you know, they only beat Florida 24-20. They only beat us 24-10. I think this is going to be a really, really close game, and I'm so close to picking Mississippi. You know what? I'm picking Mississippi State for
Wait a minute. Are you calling upset?
I'm calling upset.
We got to have the upset air horn. Meg's called it out.
I literally know that Georgia will probably win, but Mississippi State is so close to getting one. I'm going Mississippi State.
Yeah, I would love to see that personally.
I would too.
Well, it would just make for a perfect fruit salad turnover for sure. I do think the Dogs are too good top to bottom. Mississippi State is better than their record. They've had some tough breaks, but I think Georgia is just among the elite in the SEC right now. And even on an off game, they have enough power to get through all of that.
We'll see. I think they can be beat.
All right, we're going to flip it around, Meg. I'm going to let you go first this time. Texas A&M at Missouri.
You missed one. Hold on. You missed one. Yeah, Florida at Kentucky.
Okay.
Did I miss that? Okay.
Yeah, you did.
All right, let me back up. Meg, Florida at Kentucky.
I think they spent all they have against Georgia, you know, and Florida's fired their coach. They're in fruit basket turnover like we have been or whatever. You know, Florida.
Florida, it is. The Gators on the road. Nathan, how do you see it?
I agree. As much coaching turmoil as Florida has been through, when you go roster to roster, this isn't going to be particularly close on paper. And emotions are important in any sport, kind of the emotional highs and lows. And after Kentucky comes into Jordan-Hare Stadium, beats an Auburn team, a down Auburn team, but that's still a Jordan-Hare Stadium night, SEC win. Emotionally, there's not going to be anything left in the tank. Anything that they would have been able to do against Florida, they spent it in Jordan-Hare Stadium. I think Florida is going to win this one in an ugly game. I predict a low-scoring, ugly game, but I feel confident that Florida is going to take care of business.
Who's favored in this, by the way? I didn't even look at the line.
I would have to assume Florida. Surely it's Florida.
It's a mid-off, so I don't know.
Hunter, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a scrappy game too, but I just think, like Nathan was saying, if you compare roster to roster, Florida should win this, no problem. Do I think it'll be close? Yes, but I feel like Florida will pull away in the fourth quarter, so give me the Gators.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all, historically, and I don't know why some teams do this, Kentucky always plays Florida good. Even back when Florida was winning national championships, they had to scrap to beat a very bad Kentucky team. And I don't know why that is. It's just one of those things. They never play them very well, especially up there. And I am going to pick an upset.
Oh, wow.
Wow, the Bluegrass Miracle.
Wow.
I think the Kentucky Wildcats, coming off a big win, are going to be rejuvenated. They believe in themselves. They know they can rush the passer. Florida a little bit in disarray, even though they probably have a stronger lineup of a team top to bottom. I think Kentucky's going to pull upset. We'll watch that one.
Okay.
All right, we go to Texas A&M at Missouri, as I mentioned a minute ago. Hunter, back to you. How you see it?
Yeah, I like A&M in this matchup. I think Missouri's a good team, but again, I say it every week. Marcel Reed is just lightning in a bottle. All it takes is a couple plays for him to get some momentum, and he'll get hot, and you won't be able to stop him. So give me the Aggies in this one.
Nathan?
All eyes have been on Kurt Cignetti, and rightfully so. But let's give Mike Elko his flowers for a second. I mean, in his second year at Texas A&M, a dysfunctional job, by the way. When he got to Texas A&M, they were in shambles. And in year 2, they're undefeated. They're playing arguably the best football in the country. And to piggyback off of what Hunter just said, Marcel Reed is dynamic. He can beat you in whatever way he wants to. This offense is phenomenal. It's dynamic. I'm going Texas A&M all the way, and I still think they're a dark horse national title contender.
Mega Love, how do you see it?
Well, I have precious friends from A&M. My friend Allison and her husband TDH, which is short for tall, dark, and handsome because he is. Is the Missouri quarterback playing? Do you know that? It was supposed to be announced tonight.
I'm not sure.
Okay, this is a
Meg,
this is the
Tailgate show, not ESPN.
Okay.
We don't have all that stuff.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna say this. Can I be middle of the line? If the Missouri quarterback's playing, Missouri for an upset. If the Missouri quarterback is not playing,
Wait a minute.
then A&M.
Did you say upset?
Yes. So,
Well, Meg, I hate to tell you, it's hard. It's hard for us to mark down these and like rank them based on your pick. Will you just give us a pick one way or the other?
I'm going to go because of my heart, Allison. Texas A&M.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick. I'm going with the Texas A&M Aggies also. I think Missouri will give them a lot better game than everybody expects. They're playing in Missouri. Texas A&M is going to have to go into a hostile environment. Missouri's playing good football. They're not fancy, but they're very competitive. They play hard, and but I think the Aggies will end up pulling that out. All right, guys, last pick in this segment, BYU at Texas Tech. One of these teams is going to be exposed and probably drop out of the national title hunt. Hunter, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think whoever loses this game gets bounced from playoff contention. If you were to tell me that BYU was going to be in the hunt for a title in the playoff, I would have laughed. But I think Texas Tech, I think that Red Raiders offense, they air it out. They like to air it out. Nothing against BYU, but I like the Red Raiders here.
Nathan?
Yeah, I like Texas Tech here too. BYU has looked impressive, and it's been a couple weeks since we talked about old Bear Bachmeier at BYU, the big number 47. What a guy! What a guy! But to me, the deciding factor here is going to be the fact that Texas Tech is just so much more battle tested, and that win. The thing that sticks out to me most is that on the road at Utah. What was it? Week 4, maybe week 5. It was
like
early.
That.
And beat them handily. I mean, beat them by like 3 possessions. So factoring that in, plus the fact that Texas Tech has the most quarterback pressures in the country, this is arguably the best defensive line in college football. I think it's going to be close. This is the game that I'm most excited about watching this week. But I'm going to say Texas Tech wins this one by 7 points.
Okay.
Meg, what do you say?
Well, first and foremost, what was the statue in Gadsden? Was it Brigham Young?
No, it was Emma Sampson.
Oh.
It was
wow. Okay, I don't even know why I was thinking that was Brigham Young. What is the connection with that? Okay.
Meg, can I ask you a personal question?
No.
Have you been drinking?
No, I'm not. But I'm going to tell you, the drive down here, including coming into your driveway, is one of the scariest things I've ever been a part of in my life.
It's a religious experience.
You can't.
We don't have to worry about anybody knocking on our door, selling cookies, or pushing tracks. I'll tell you that.
Bubba has the most beautiful house on the lake, but I'm terrified. Hunter Bussey has literally, since he's not here, but he normally has to drive my car down to your driveway and then drive me out because I'm terrified of your driveway.
Look, all you got to do is have a little faith. Concrete's there.
I was on the phone with Betty. I said, I'm doing it. I'm coming down. And if it happens.
The driveway it's like, who needs to be able to see the ground?
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nathan,
just
it's
go.
It's terrifying. It's like literally you can't see over. Okay. So I'm going to go Texas Tech.
Yeah, the Red Raiders, I'm going to pick Texas Tech. I think they're going to expose BYU. Maybe not. We'll see. But I'm going to pick Texas Tech, and in honor of the Gilbert family that used to be good friends that lived across the street, they're big Texas Tech folks, and the Red Raiders.
What is a Red Raider?
It's a Raider that's red, basically.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what
Nathan,
they're doing
do you
now,
actually
but
have an answer to that instead
but
of just
I most certainly do not.
don't
Bussey.
they have a
It's
guy?
like the Oakland Raiders, but the red version, I guess.
Don't they have a guy that looks like a matador on a black horse, and he's got a black hat and all that, but he's got a red
that sounds
mask
really
on?
cool. That sounds really cool.
I don't know. I don't know Texas Tech lore
And then
like that.
And then he comes to the middle of the field with a spear that's
No
on fire
way.
and throws it down.
I have not ever
No,
seen
that's
that.
Florida
No.
State. I'm
That's
sorry,
kinda
I
like
messed
BYU
up.
Isn't this Lubbock, Texas we're talking about here? Like, I don't think they even know what's going on in Lubbock, Texas. It's,
Agreed.
No,
it's a different place.
he actually comes out and the horse kicks a tumbleweed across there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's a whole nother thing.
That's amazing.
All right, guys, there are part of your picks. We'll be back with some closer to home teams in just a minute. You're listening to the Tailgate Tailgate Show.
Land is more than just dirt and timber. When you manage it, you're a steward of wildlife and a caretaker for future generations. The management advantage was built for people like you. For over 20 years, they've shared proven knowledge from some of the nation's top land and wildlife managers. From food plots to predator control, it's education that turns passion into a lasting impact. Have the advantage on your property. Subscribe on YouTube and follow the Management Advantage on social media today.
Hey Auburn fans, this is Lois Ann Murphy, your owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Alex City, located on Highway 280. As a former Auburn cheerleader, football is my favorite time of the year. Tailgating and Chick-fil-A are a perfect match. Let Chick-fil-A Alex City take care of all your catering needs. We have a variety of trays, nuggets, mac and cheese, grilled cool wraps, and more. All are perfect for your tailgating needs. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app or call 256-289-7955 and War Eagle.
Hello, this is Robert Smith for Awards to Remember. I hope you'll think of us for trophies, plaques, and awards. We're famous for our low discount prices and our customer service is second to none. We were named as one of the top 10 awards dealers in the Southeast. We were a finalist for Alabama Small Business of the Year, and our website at awardstoremember.com is one of the best in the industry. Awards to Remember, where we don't just create trophies, we create memories.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Tailgate Tailgate Show. You can find out everything you need to know about the Tailgate Show at thetailgatetailgateshow.com. Check out our podcast information. Check out our radio partners, and we appreciate those. It makes it a lot of fun. This is a cross-platform program and kind of an experiment. So I'm really digging that we have some people wanting to try it out. And we have some more things we want to do. Hunter Bussey's along with me. Nathan Hall is along. Our guest picker, Meg Wilson Bryant, better known as Mega Love, who asked a very heartfelt question mere moments ago. Is there a statue of Brigham Young in Gadsden, Alabama?
Oh, God.
That may be the funniest thing I have heard all
Thank
day,
you.
Meg. Thank you, because I
Thank you.
need
I'm
it.
here all week.
I need it. My stitches are pulling. I needed a good laugh. I really, really did. All right, closer to home. Let's talk about a team very close to my heart, the Jack State Gamecocks. They travel to UTEP. We're back playing on Saturday now, so we can actually pick Gamecock games.
Yes.
Go ahead, Hunter. What do you think?
Yeah, no shocker here. I like Jack State. They played phenomenal in their last game. I thought the quarterback, they made a quarterback change, which I think ended up working out for the better. I can't remember his first name, but Creel, he's playing lights out. And shout out to Caleb Nix. He's playing solid on defense. So I expect a big game out of him against old UTEP this weekend. So give me Jack State.
Jack State on the road out in West Texas. They're actually playing in the Sun Bowl. And if I'm not mistaken, I think someone said they're going to tear that stadium down. It's a historic stadium. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It has mountains right behind it, and some of them have snow. It's a really, really great venue. I don't know if they're updating it or what the deal is. Maybe I had a bum steer on that, no pun intended. Nathan, how do you see the Gamecocks matching up with UTEP?
Yeah, the UTEP Miners are 2-6 currently, and one of those early games, that was one of Arch Matting's stat pad games. I think it was week 3. Nothing about UTEP impresses me. I'm going to say JSU wins this one by a million. Give me the Gamecocks.
Nice. He still wants that invite to that box.
Well, now is this one at UTEP or is this one local?
It's
That's
UTEP.
important.
It's at UTEP.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at UTEP. Oh, it's
Yeah.
going to be a nail biter. It's going to be close.
Oh, wow.
That changes everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think JSU, they're going to win. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to win by 7. It's going to be a good game.
Meg, how do you see it? The
Okay,
Jack
so-
State Fighting Gamecocks. Fear the beat, baby. Fear the beat.
Well, let me
AKC,
just say,
baby.
I love Coach Kelly, and I love his connections to Auburn and our connections.
Can I tell you, getting to know him, he is one of the nicest guys
I
I've
have
ever
heard
met.
that.
I mean, when I saw him, his
Yep.
demeanor, I thought I'm going to get the guy who was the captain on the aircraft carrier,
Right.
on Top
Right.
Gun.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know
yeah.
that chews Tom Cruise out.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
yeah. I
And
love that.
Now, don't get me wrong, he has that gear.
Yes.
But he is one of the nicest guys, and I'm
I've
fortunate
heard
enough
that.
that I get to eat lunch with him quite a bit. And,
I think that's amazing.
He's super, super nice.
So I have a ton of connections to Jack State. So, of course, my pick is going to be Jack State. But my dad went, my mother went, my Uncle Don, my cousins have been. Shout out to my Uncle Don Wilson, who is a faithful supporter of JSU. I am going Jack State because of all of that.
Jack State has a lot on the line. They're tied for the lead in the conference. They want to win this game and then get back home to play Kennesaw State. Can't look ahead. You got to look at the game in front of you, but they have that coming up in 2 weeks, and that game has been picked up by ESPNU for a national broadcast.
Request to buzz the tower.
Yes, absolutely. And Meg, they would love for you to buzz the tower there at Paul Snow Stadium. So I am picking the Gamecocks in that. UAB will be traveling. UAB will be traveling to Rice. Hunter, how you see that?
I got the Blazers in this one. Rice, when I was looking at the matchups this afternoon, Rice just does not impress me at all. I think UAB is going to have a bounce back after getting absolutely thrashed by UConn. Give me the Blazers in this one by about, say, 10 points.
You hanging with the Blazers, ain't you?
I am.
Nathan, what do you say?
I'm actually going to say Rice. It feels like a toss-up to me. Rice beat UConn, so there's a common opponent. It was a close overtime win over UConn. They got stomped by Memphis, who UAB, in a surprising turn of events, managed to beat. I don't know if Memphis didn't see him coming in that game or, what the circumstance was. But as close as it feels, based on the common opponents, I'm going to say Rice in a close game.
Meg, what do you say?
Actually, Nathan, I'm right there with you. Shout out to our pastor. Getting a lot of shout outs. Our pastor at Church of the Highlands, Mark Pettis, is a huge UAB person. But I'm going Rice in an upset.
I started to say he's not throwing the ball for him, is he?
Okay, look, didn't UAB just fire their coach?
Yes. They did.
Jesus, it's a carousel.
All right, I'm gonna go with y'all. I hate to pick against any school that's named after food. I'm going with Rice in this. And look, I want to ask y'all something. A very, very famous speech was given at Rice that is in all the history books. Do y'all know who did it and what he said?
Well, it's a great trivia question. I have
don't.
no idea.
I do not.
All right, I'm gonna give you who did it. John F. Kennedy.
No way.
Gave a speech at Rice, and it is one of the most iconic speeches ever given in mankind's history.
I need to Google this speech. I
Space
do not
race?
know this.
Was it the space race speech talking about going to the moon?
Yes, sir. You're correct.
That's the
thought, okay.
tie,
Hunter, you get a
Bussey.
go. Hunter, let me give you this. Wait a minute. There you
Yeah,
go.
thanks.
I'm sitting in the studio.
If you remember, he gave the speech. He said, "We will go to the moon. We're going to the moon, not because it's easy, but because it's hard." And that's what we do as Americans. We do the hard things, not the easy things.
Amen.
Like electing a socialist, communist mayor in New York.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Golly, can
Okay,
y'all believe
look,
that?
Hunter,
I know this ain't a political show, but that is so ridiculous.
I'm sitting in your dad's studio, right? And I'm looking up and I see a coffee mug that says, "I love the smell of rocket fuel in the morning." I personally love the smell of jet fuel in the morning, but rocket fuel.
It's very close.
You are the original rocket man.
Yeah. Well, no, I loved it.
Yeah.
Look,
If Rice beats UAB, we're going to Mars.
tell them what's up there.
There it is. Look at all
Saturn
of it.
V.
Saturn V.
There's the lunar
the
module
models.
over there. Yeah, I got
You've
them all hanging out
always
here.
loved space so much. And
I
I'll
do.
have to say, I love aviation, but space is a little bit But if Katy Perry can do it, I'm in, baby. Let's go.
You know, I don't know about fun rides into space, but I appreciate the technology. That's for sure.
Yeah. I can't believe I got that trivia question right. Who needs a degree?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who needs a degree? Degrees are overrated, guys.
Love it.
Look, let's give a mark for the dropouts here, okay?
Yeah,
That's a great job.
Come on.
All right, let's
the outcast in society.
Let's move on. This is going to be a painful pick here. Auburn at Vandy. Meg, I'll start with you. We'll flip it around.
What? War Eagle, and I want one more last probably shout out for the night to Paxton Montgomery, who is on the special teams coach at Auburn.
Is there anybody else in Lee County you haven't give a shout out to tonight?
There's several people, but I have to take my opportunity while I'm here. But I will say this, okay? I believe Durkin is the real deal. I'm not going to say, I will support Auburn. I bleed orange and blue. I believe that we are on the right path. I'm going my Auburn Tigers, War Eagle.
Well, that's a brave pick. I think that's an upset. I mean, if I look at the numbers here,
I know it
is.
Meg, I'm wearing out this upset horn on you tonight.
He is amazing.
All right, Nathan, what do you say?
As much as we talk about Durkin, and I do love everything about DJ Durkin, he's the bright spot on this Auburn season. But DJ Durkin has not made a single tackle or interception this year. We have got to talk about Keldrick Falk and Champ Anthony and the guys that have tried to hold the locker room together and maintain, some semblance of dignity and honor through all of this nonsense. I think that Durkin is going to light a fire under this team. I think the mentality is going to be different, and I think we're going to see a lot more fight than we've seen so far this year. But Vandy is going to be a little bit too much for Auburn. It's not going to be enough to overcome what Diego Pavia and Clark Lee are going to bring to Jordan Hare. I think Vandy is going to win this one in a close game, but I think Auburn fans are going to be proud of the fight that they're going to see that they haven't seen the last few weeks.
Another moral victory. That's good. They need to call them for that. Hunter, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree with Nathan. I like DJ Durkin a lot, and the defense has been the absolute bright spot on this. And if you look at stats, like between them, Indiana, and Ohio State, they're in the top 3 of best defenses in the country. And that's all thanks to DJ Durkin and Keldrick Falk, Champ Anthony, Xavier Atkins, you name it. Whoever's on that defense is, all world, okay? But that being said, I just think Pavia and Vandy are going to be too much for Auburn. I think Auburn will be able to get it together next week after they've had a full, cycle with DJ Durkin at the helm. But in this matchup, give me Vandy.
Yeah, I hate
it. It hurt. It
look,
did.
I growing up, I never imagined a time that I would be fearful for Auburn going to play in Nashville at Vandy. Vandy, and you know what? Last week showed me something about Vandy. They lost to Texas. They were out there. Granted, Arch Manning, all the hype. Bevo or whatever that big cow's name is. Bevo, is that? Is it Bevo?
Bevo.
Huh?
Devo.
Devo was a great band in the 80s.
Oh no,
Bevo. I think his name is Bevo. Is that right?
Devo is working in a coal mine and whip it good. That was.
That's what I said.
He tried to kill the Georgia Bulldog a few years ago, and I've loved him ever since.
This may be one of the worst beatings Auburn's had in a while this week.
Let
me tell you, when Vandy is beat by Texas, they were out athleted. They were out coached, and Vandy goes down, and they are within inches of getting an onside kick to try to tie that thing up. They did not quit. They fought. They were scrappy. I've never seen. You look beyond stats and players, and you see these little things that happen. This Vandy team is good. I mean, they are really good.
I think he's the real deal.
And I think they're going to take out some pain and anguish on Auburn and make them pay for some close losses they've had, and try to tell the voters in the CFP we're still in this, we're still real. And I fear for Auburn in this. This may be the most embarrassing loss.
I don't accept that.
They could lose this game 45-3.
No, I don't accept that.
Well,
at all.
Hey, real quick,
Bubba.
Speaking of moral victories, I have an Auburn Moral Victory trophy case in my apartment.
That thing must be full.
Hey, listen, I'm looking right now, the biggest Jumbotron in the country trophy. It's basically a national title. It's basically a national title. I mean, come on.
I hope that's not the
You're
case.
wrong.
But let me tell you,
I'm gonna say
Vandy,
you're wrong.
Vandy's scary, and I don't mean in a Halloween way. They are really good, and they're going to make Auburn pay.
They beat us last year. What, like 17?
Pavia has beat Auburn. He's going for the third year in a row.
Yeah, he's
New
going for
Mexico
Triple Crown.
State
Is
and
it the
Vandy.
end of time?
In fairness, everyone beats Auburn. That's not a Vandy thing.
No,
Yeah.
Nathan, I refuse to accept that negative talk. Get behind me.
And I told the guys before this, if I was calling plays at Auburn, we would have 3-step drops. We would have slants that are either open or not. I would do the tight end like Kansas City does, go 4 steps, turn around.
Yes.
You got to have
High percentage
plays where
passes.
you get that ball out of your hand in 3 seconds or throw it
Agreed.
away. And then roll out. You can do the 49ers thing they did with the West Coast offense, and they won championships, and they never had to throw the ball, very deep. Montana would throw it to Rice 10 yards and let him run
Speaking of
70
Rice.
more.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rice.
Well, when
Jerry Rice.
Hunter Bussey plays, I'm sorry, Hunter, because I don't know how to exactly say it, but every time when he does his YouTube, I'll just say, call a wheel route. Call a wheel route. Hunter's like,
Either that
okay,
or
Meg.
Wildcat.
Well, let me tell you
Okay.
what,
Yeah.
you got to have a little time to get a wheel route, and,
Yeah.
and they don't usually have that, but I hope they get it together. LSU is coming to Tuscaloosa. Hunter, how do you see it?
Yeah, I really think this is going to be Alabama's statement game, and people are going to be like, well, it's LSU, they're down. Well, the playoff rankings just came out. I think Ty Simpson is going to have a great game. He, again, hitting on all cylinders. I expect a lot from him. I really think that LSU is in trouble in this game, and the ball hadn't even been kicked yet. Give me Alabama by a lot in this game.
Nathan?
This is another game where everything about the matchup makes me think that Alabama is easily going to take care of LSU, but LSU's roster is so good. I get that the coaching is not there. And Frank Wilson, we're going to see what he's about as interim head coach. LSU is going to fight. There's no doubt about that. They're not going to come into Bryant-Denny and lay down. And they're loaded from top to bottom in terms of 5-star athletes. I think Alabama's going to win. I feel safe saying Alabama's going to win, but it's not going to be a walk in the park for Alabama. It's going to be, 7 to 10 point spread. It's going to go into the fourth quarter. Give me Alabama, but it's LSU's going to fight a lot harder than people think they will.
Meg?
If I ever doubted that Nick Saban was a genius, I'm going to say now I know he's a genius because he got out right when he would stay on top. But here's the thing. Years ago, Pat Dye's players, when Terry Bowden came in, he won a national championship with Pat Dye's players. So I think Alabama is still functioning off of Nick Saban's genius.
Sure.
So I think Alabama is hard to beat in Tuscaloosa, period. But y'all, I don't know that somebody's not going to get Alabama if it's not this weekend or us. I do think there's a chink in the armor. I don't know if I'm not going to go out that far, but I do think that Alabama hasn't been tested like that they might be tested with an LSU coming in wounded and seeing what throwing it all out there to have the game of their season. I'm not willing to put it on LSU as far as picking them. I think Bama will win, but I do think that LSU is going to show up.
The thing about Alabama, with the possible exception of the South Carolina game, has got better with every game. Ty Simpson has got better. He's going to be in New York for the Heisman presentation. I don't know that he'll win, but he'll be there. He keeps getting better. Alabama loves to beat Auburn, their closest rival, but I tell you, not far behind is LSU, and they love dismantling LSU and sending them home sad. I think this will be a sad, sad night for LSU. They may keep the score close for a half, but I think Alabama will absolutely grind them down in the second half. Alabama, a big winner in Tuscaloosa, a roll tide. And that will do it for our picks, folks. You can carry those to the bank. We'll be right back with our Tailgater of the Week and some closing thoughts. You are listening to the Tailgate Show.
Attention business owners, print buyers, and production managers. Guaranteed Labels is here to help you focus less on your printing, labels, decals, and focus more on growing your business. Guaranteed Labels wants to be your reliable printer. Quality, on-time shipments, and stock programs set us apart. If you're needing to focus less on your printing and more on your business, trust Guaranteed Labels, 205-640-4552 or GuaranteedLabels.com. Guaranteed Labels, still sticking since 1988.
Looking for your dream home at Lake Martin? Trust Adam Yeager at Lake Martin Realty. Adam's honest, hardworking, and puts you, the client, first. Every time. With his local expertise and dedication, he'll guide you to the perfect property, hassle-free. Whether buying or selling, let Adam go to work for you. Call Adam Yeager at Lake Martin Realty today, 205-914-0830. Lake Martin Realty is a licensed real estate brokerage. Terms and conditions apply.
Just got that new boat? Let Sunrise Docks protect your investment with Swift Shield boat covers, Neptune boat lifts, and easy ports for your personal watercraft. Plus, they have composite decking that stays cool, designed with your feet in mind. Sunrise Docks is always first in quality, first in service, and first in customer satisfaction. Right off Highway 63, your Lake Martin headquarters, with 2 barges and the most experienced boat lift crew on the lake. Sunrise Docks is your lake life expert. Call 256-392-5200.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Tailgate Show. We have had a very, very fun episode this week, and I hope you've enjoyed it. We do have to announce our first Tailgater of the Week. Now, the Tailgater of the Week is going to get a lot of things. They're going to get a trophy, and we call it the Silver Sow, the coveted Silver Sow Award from Robert D. Smith, and Awards to Remember in Alexandria. They do such a great job, and we're glad to have them on with us. And they're also going to be on our webpage. You're going to go into a historical, it'll be like a museum almost, where they're going to be there forever and ever. And we want you, if you're listening, if you want to be considered for this, you need to shoot us an email and tell us about your tailgate. They're also going to get some really, really cool stuff from Chick-fil-A and probably a little check from the show here to help them load up for the next one. I want to tell you the winner this week is Catherine Bynum and her family. They are big Mississippi State fans. She sends a email that says, "Hail State from the Youth Rodeo. We took our tailgate on the road this week, complete with Papa John's Pizza, Bucky's Snacks, and Turtle Box for great sound. We cheered on our Bulldogs while we were cheering for our girls. What we lack in tailgate creativity and decor, we make up for in horsepower and kiddos. We have hauled and tended to 5 kids, 2 of them belong to our friends, and 6 horses all day." Sadly, they said the dogs couldn't pull it out, but they are very, very proud and enjoy listening to the Tailgate Show. She also goes on to say that they are longtime listeners of the Rick and Bubba Show. Interesting enough, she says that we predicted the gender of their first child,
that's awesome,
who is now 13 years old, almost 14 years ago.
Love that.
That's crazy.
We enjoy listening while we're on the road, and we stumbled on the Birds and Bees episode from Bubba on the Lake, and we were all laughing so hard, we almost had to pull over. Priceless. Catherine Bynum and family. And they have a nice setup here. Boy, they got some nice trailers.
So her name is Catherine?
Yes, Catherine.
Catherine, I'm looking at your picture now, and let me just say for the record, solid. And for somebody that's done marketing for 25 years, your mention of Papa John's Pizza, the Turtle Box, and whatever else she said, Bucky's solid.
You know,
you had me at Bucky's Snacks.
Yeah, tailgates don't have to be at the stadium. People tailgate in different ways. I mean, traditionally, you kind of think of that, but they take this to the stadium, and sometimes they actually take it, when they're out doing horse competition too. So, congratulations, Catherine Bynum and family, big Mississippi State fans, and we'll be getting in touch with you to get you all of that information. Also, want to remind you, if you go to our website, you need to be able to check out our new merchandise. We've got some stuff for the winter there just in time, some heavy-duty stuff. We also want you to hit us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, like us, and most important, tell somebody else about the Tailgate Show and have them begin to listen. Meg, thank you for joining us. This is where we always let our guest picker plug away. If you have something you want to plug.
I've already taken a lot of liberties with that.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay,
so anybody in Lee County that you haven't give a shout out to, now's the time to do it.
One final one to all of my incredible team at Home Care of East Alabama. We have the best therapy team. We have it all. Like, we have a great team. Home Care of East Alabama. Okay, don't say what you were going to say. You know what I was thinking?
No, what?
No, don't say it. I just want to leave.
Family show.
Yes. No, I'm good. I just wanted to say incredible to my Home Care of East Alabama team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know you love that job, Meg, and you do a great job. We miss hearing you on the air in different places and all that.
I miss it.
And thank you for stopping by with us today. Hunter, any parting thoughts?
No, I mean, it kind of echo what you were saying about the tailgate of the week. It doesn't have to be a tailgate at the game. It could be at your house. It could be like our winners. They have one that's mobile all the time. Like I was at a place this weekend where the spread was phenomenal, and it could have won tailgate of the week.
Oh,
so
I like that.
If you have a good spread at your house, feel free to DM or send an email to us, and we'll see what happens.
Nathan, final thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be doing this. I'm happy the Colts are doing what they're doing. For Auburn, it's been tough, but I've been through it before, and seeing kind of what's going on around the world in today's time. The fact that we can sit around here and talk about college football is a blessing, and
Amen.
I get a kick out of doing it.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah,
I'm
man,
go
ahead, plug again.
Coach Durkin, if you're listening, I just want to say, hey, I'm praying for the team this weekend. But I want to say this, Nathan, to you because you don't believe. Number 1 scorer in defense in the SEC, number 3 or 4 in the nation. Yes, Vandy may have a tough offense, but our defense is coming.
Pavia
is going to.
I would love for that. Don't get it backwards. I would love for that to happen.
Well, then I need you to believe, Nathan.
You know what else? You know what else I'm believing for? I'm believing in an Iron Bowl victory.
Amen.
That's how delusional I am.
I feel that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Nobody's betting like they're going to take lashes if they lose. I'll tell you that.
Y'all just better.
DJ Durkin. I saw him without his hat on the other day. I think he looks scarier without his hat on because he's bald.
So
and
you want him to come with I'm bald and I'm beautiful and I'm coming for you.
I don't think there's anything wrong with bald, especially if you have a good head for it.
Right.
But which I don't. I'd look like it'd be a monster. But he looks good, and I think he looks scarier without his hat on.
Okay, Coach Durkin.
And if you're a defensive coach, you need to look scary. I mean, that's just part of the job. Guys, thank all of you for joining us. It has been a lot of fun this week. Meg, thank you for joining us. Hunter, Nathan, thank you as always. It is the Tailgate Show, the not so ready for primetime pickers. And Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, we will be back next week. So till toe touches leather, remember, God loves you, and we do too. 73.
Land is more than just dirt and timber. When you manage it, you're a steward of wildlife and a caretaker for future generations. The management advantage was built for people like you. For over 20 years, they've shared proven knowledge from some of the nation's top land and wildlife managers. From food plots to predator control, it's education that turns passion into a lasting impact. Have the advantage on your property. Subscribe on YouTube and follow the Management Advantage on social media today.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
You've been listening to the Tailgate Tailgate Show, a production of Intergalactic Pants and Tees, all rights reserved. Be sure to like and follow and subscribe to the show and all social media. Contact information is on our website at thetailgatetailgateshow.com. Until next time, may your coals stay hot and your tent stay dry.